You probably recognize this picture. It's a picture of a double helix DNA. Now, most people think your genes are your genes. You can't change them. You're born the way you are. But if you'll stick with me for the next few minutes, I'm going to share 3 pieces of the most astounding, groundbreaking new medical science with you. I'm going to share with you how you can prevent any disease simply by changing your genes yourself, without drugs, surgery, or doctors. Now, this may sound like science fiction or pseudo-medical research someone found on the internet. I understand your skepticism, but if you'll give me the benefit of the doubt, over the next few minutes, you'll see that everything I just said is backed by reputable scientific research, often using double-blind placebo-controlled trials, and recognized by peer-reviewed journals. Did you know you can literally change your DNA by eating a certain group of 10 superfoods? In fact, now that we've sequenced the human genome, we can even target the exact genes in your body that cause high-risk disease. Imagine that. If you have a family history of certain diseases, you can prevent and even stop it simply by eating 1 or 2 of these 10 superfoods, and it won't cost you much. You can get these 10 superfoods in almost any grocery store. The University of Pittsburgh has confirmed that one of these superfoods can prevent the growth of breast cancer, and another one, surprisingly, has more protein per calories than a steak. Now, why is this important, aside from stopping disease? What you may or may not know is our genes are actually designed to stop working after we turn age 50. Why? Because genes only have 2 jobs. 1, to get us to survive until reproductive age. Then 2, reproduce and raise children for the next cycle. That's it. In most cases, people have accomplished that by the age of 50. Genes at this point can give up and not care. This leads to several health issues related to aging. Fortunately, there's a Los Angeles doctor who has discovered how to outsmart your genes. And in fact, he's seeing new science that's happening right now. At the end of this video, I'm going to share with you how you can get access to that list of 10 superfoods. But first, let me talk to you about reversing your age. Did you know you can reverse the effects of aging simply by making a few simple shifts for 10 minutes a day while sitting in a chair? Just like the one you're sitting in right now as you watch this presentation. A PhD from Israel has made it her life's work for the last 25 years to study these simple shifts. And she's actually discovered that there are certain body parts that usually don't get exercise. And when you use them, you can actually activate hidden areas of your brain, so you can increase memory, reverse aging, and maximize mental energy. In fact, if you want to take it a step further, here's what else she's discovered. You can cure brain disease simply by walking in a unique way to your car every morning. Furthermore, you can improve your memory by walking through a mall, and there's a free mobile app for your iPhone or Droid that can help you prevent Alzheimer's, multiple sclerosis, and dementia. Now, these may sound like odd ways to prevent brain disease, but what's more surprising are the things that are causing us to age unnecessarily. For instance, you may have a morning routine right now that you do every day out of habit. And if that's the case, you are drastically shortening your lifespan without knowing it. In fact, if you're like 90% of Americans, you may have 3 very common morning rituals. That's the root cause in America's rise in heart disease, cancer, diabetes, autoimmune diseases, and obesity. At the end of this presentation, I'll show you how you can get access to a free bonus video on how to practice these small shifts in your daily life, along with the health tips I just mentioned. Did you know there's a device out there you can hold in the palm of your hands that, if you did for just 12 minutes a day, would drastically lower your blood pressure? It sounds far-fetched, but there are 13 published clinical journals backing up this device, along with FTC and FDA approval. Why haven't you heard of this tool if it can save millions of lives from hypertension, stroke, and heart-related disease? Simple. It's too far ahead of its time. Truth is, there are a lot of real, valuable, authentic health science research out there that's simply not floating up to the top. But the most turn-your-world-upside-down health fact we got was that the food pyramid was actually never medically proven to work. In fact, we found out the U.S. government spent over $500,000 in the late 70s and early 80s trying to fit this square peg into a round hole. And that's not the worst of it. Health experts are now discovering that this balanced diet is the cause for the exponential growth in obesity, diseases, and especially diabetes in our country today.